You ever feel like life just keeps knocking you down? Like every time you try to get ahead, the universe pulls some Mayweather-like dodging on your dreams, leaving you flat on your ass? Yeah, I get it. But here's the deal. What if I told you that the key to breaking out of that cycle is buried in a story of a scrappy underdog who had every reason to quit but didn't? Tomorrow's Joe isn't just another boxing anime. It's the blueprint for the kind of mindset that separates winners from the washed up. Joe Yabiki wasn't some gifted prodigy. He was a punk, a street brawler with nothing but his fist and a whole lot of heart. And yet, every time he got knocked down, he got back up. Sound familiar? Maybe it's your job, your relationships, your personal goals. You keep swinging and life keeps countering. But if you stick around, I'm gonna break down exactly how Joe's journey proves that only one real failure is staying down. Because I promise you, the moment you decide to fight back is the moment everything changes. Hey there, I'm Michael Rashad Yearby, also known as Shad, with over 2 decades of performing maintenance operations in the United States Air Force. I have a master's degree in organizational management, and as a master sergeant, I spent over 23 years learning exactly what moves people to greatness. Listen, I know you're tired of the motivational cliches, but what if the real secret to finally leveling up your life has been hidden in your favorite anime all this time? My job isn't just talking. I'm here to share powerful stories and actionable insights I discovered through anime. Real wisdom on teamwork, leadership, resilience, and personal growth. So buckle up. I guarantee you'll never look at anime or your life the same way again. Let's build some momentum, and hey, support the channel by hitting the subscribe, like, and share buttons. It helps keep the movement going. Today, we're diving into how tomorrow's Joe proves the power of never giving up. If you ever felt like the world is against you, like every step forward comes with 2 steps back, then this episode is for you. Because here's the truth. Perseverance isn't just a nice idea. It's the difference between those who make it and those who don't. You might think resilience is about being strong, but I'm about to show you why it's about getting back up, even when you're at your weakest. Joe Yabiki didn't win every fight. Hell, sometimes he got demolished, but quitting was never an option. And by the end of this episode, you'll understand why the same mindset is what's missing from your own life. Get ready to break through the limits you thought you had. Let's jump right in. Point 1, the reality check. Life ain't fair, so stop waiting for it to be. Let's get one thing straight. Life doesn't give a damn about your excuses. You ever catch yourself whining about why things aren't going your way, how the system's rigged, how you weren't born into money, how people don't recognize your potential? Joe Yabiki didn't have a safety net. He came from nothing. No family, no connections, no handouts. Just a kid off the streets who learned real quick that nobody was coming to save him. And yet, that's exactly what he became, a legend. Because instead of crying about what he didn't have, he fought for what he wanted. Let's be real. You're not moving forward because you're too busy feeling sorry for yourself. You keep waiting for the perfect opportunity, the right timing, the validation from people who don't even care. Guess what? The moment ain't coming. Joe didn't wait. He threw himself into the fire and figured it out along the way. And if you're serious about getting out of whatever rut you're in, you gotta do the same. So what's stopping you? Is it fear, doubt, the idea that if you try and fail, it means you're never good enough? Let me tell you something. Failure isn't the problem. It's the proof that you're still in the fight. And Joe, he failed more times than most people ever tried, but that's exactly why he's unforgettable. Point 2, failure ain't the end, it's the beginning of growth. You ever notice how people treat failure like it's some kind of death sentence? Like once you mess up, that's it, you're done, you're worthless, you might as well quit. That's a loser's mindset. Joe Yabiki, he took beating that would have broke most people, knocked out cold, humiliated in the ring, counted out by damn near everyone. But here's the thing. Every time he hit the mat, he got back up. And that's what separates winners from the washed up. Not talent, not luck, but the ability to stand after getting your ass kicked. You out here afraid to fail? Guess what? That fear is keeping you from winning. Joe understood something that most people never figure out. Failure is the tuition you pay for success. You either learn from it or you let it define you. So what is it gonna be? Are you gonna sit there and soak over your mistakes? Or are you gonna take a hit, get up, and start swinging again? And let's be real, the people laughing at your failures, they aren't in the ring with you. They just spectators watching from the cheap seats, too scared to fight for anything themselves. So why in the hell are you listening to them? Point 3, pain is the price of greatness. Embrace it or stay average. Let's cut the sugarcoating. Growth hurts. You think Joe Yabiki became a legend because life was easy? Hell no, he bled for it. He trained through pain, took losses that crushed his body and pride, and kept coming back for more. Why? Because he understood something weak-minded people never will. Pain is proof that you're leveling up. You ever got to the gym after a long break? That first workout wrecks you. Everything hurts. Muscles you didn't even know existed are screaming. But that's how you know you did something. That pain, that's your body getting stronger. And life works the same way. Every setback, every heartbreak, every disappointment is either breaking you down or building you up. And you get to decide which. Joe didn't let pain stop him. He used it. So stop running from discomfort. Stop waiting for things to be easy. You either embrace the struggle or stay exactly where you are, weak, stuck, and full of regret. So here's the real question. Are you willing to suffer for what you want? Because if you aren't, let's be real, you don't exactly want it bad enough. Point 4, most people quit right before the breakthrough. You ever notice how people quit when things get the hardest? That's not coincidence. That's a test. Right before you hit the next level, right before you break through, you get hit with everything. Doubt, fear, exhaustion. Your mind starts telling you, maybe this isn't for me, or I tried everything and it's not working. You think Joe didn't have those moments? You think he never questioned if he was cut out for this? Hell yeah, he did. But quitting, that wasn't in his DNA. He pushed through when his body was broken, when the odds were stacked, when even his own people thought he was done. And guess what? That's why he still talked about, and that's why we still talk about him today. Because the difference between the people who make it and the ones who don't, the ones who make it keep going. Most people never see their breakthrough because they stop right before it happens. Don't be most people. So next time you feel like quitting, ask yourself, is that really the end? Or am I just too scared to push through the pain? Because I guarantee you, the other side of that struggle is exactly what you've been fighting for. Point 5, your mindset will make or break you. Listen, life is brutal, and the only thing standing between you and where you want to be is your mindset. You think Joe Yabiki was the strongest, the fastest, or the most skilled boxer out there? Not even close. What made him different was his mentality. He walked into fights, had no business winning, took punches that should have ended him, and still kept swinging. Why? Because he refused to believe he was beaten until the final bell rang. That's the difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck. Winners don't accept defeat as permanent. Meanwhile, you let one setback, one rejection, one L shake your confidence, and suddenly you're questioning everything. That's weak. If you don't believe you can win, you already lost. Period. You gotta be your own hype man, your own coach, your own biggest fan, because no one else is coming to save you. Either you take control of your life or life will do it for you. And trust me, life doesn't care if you fold. So tell me, are you gonna let life punk you, or are you gonna step in the ring and start swinging? Because at the end of the day, you either own your mindset or your mindset owns you. Point 6, your biggest enemy, the person in the mirror. Let's stop pretending. Your biggest obstacle isn't your circumstances, your haters, or even your past. It's you, your fear, your doubt, your excuses. They're the real opponents. You ever notice how easy it is to blame everything and everyone but yourself? I wasn't given the same opportunities. People don't support me. I don't have enough time. Joe Yabiki had nothing. No privilege, no luck, no handouts. But he didn't waste time complaining. He went to war with himself every damn day. He battled his weaknesses, his own self-doubt, his own demons, And that's why he became great. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're too soft to face yourself, you'll never win. The hardest fights are always internal. Until you stop making excuses and take responsibility, you never gonna go anywhere. Joe didn't just fight in the ring. He fought against a part of himself that wanted to give up. And until you do the same, you will stay exactly where you are, watching from the sidelines. While real fighters take what they want out of life. So be honest. Are you really out here fighting for your future? Or are you shadowboxing your own damn excuses? Because if you're waiting for life to go easy on you, you already lost. Point 7. The only way to lose is to stay down. Here's the raw truth. You don't lose when you get knocked down. You lose when you decide to not get back up. That's it. That's the whole game. Joe Yabiki got his ass handed to him more times than I can count, but quitting was never an option. He fought until his body gave out, until he had nothing left, because he understood one thing most people never do. You can't truly be defeated unless you accept it. You probably failed before. You probably had moments when you doubted, maybe this isn't just for me. And that's exactly where most people tap out. But that's where the real fighters rise. You have to decide, are you done or are you just down? Because if you still have breath in your lungs, you still have a chance to get back in the fight. Pain fades, regret doesn't. The choice is yours. So tell me, is this the part where you roll over and accept defeat? Or are you gonna do what Joe did? Stand the hell back up. Because at the end of the day, the only real failure is quitting on yourself. Let's run it back. Life doesn't give handouts, and it sure as hell don't play fair. You sit around waiting for the perfect moment, but guess what? That moment ain't coming. Joe Yabiki knew it. He wasn't born a champion. He became one because he refused to stay down. He took hits that would broke most people, failed more times than he won. He still kept fighting. Pain, he embraced it. Failure, he learned from it. And when life throws everything at him, he stood back up and swung harder. That's the mentality that separates those who make it for those who don't. You can't keep dodging a fight and expect to win. Your biggest enemy isn't the world, it's your excuses, your fear, your self-doubt. But here's the good news. The fight ain't over until you decide it is. So what is it gonna be? Are you gonna tap out or are you gonna get back in the dang ring? Because at the end of the day, this ain't just about Joe Yabiki. It's about you. What are you gonna do? Life hits you. Are you gonna fold? Are you gonna fight? Listen, I need you to hear me on this. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's gonna hand you the life you want. If you want it, you have to fight for it. That's what Tomorrow Joe teaches us. You don't need to be the strongest, the smartest, or the most talented. You just need the will to keep getting back up. That's the difference between the people who succeed and the people who stay stuck. They refuse to quit. And you have the same choice right now. You can walk away from this episode and go right back to making excuses, or you can decide today is the day you stop playing small. Today is the day you stand back up, take the hit, and keep swinging. And if this is the message that hit home for you, then do something about it. Drop a comment. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, because this is just the beginning. Next week, we're diving into 5 ways Code Giyu changed how I see power and strategy. If you're wondering what it really takes to lead and win, you don't want to miss it. Until then, stay hungry, stay fighting, and most importantly, never ever stay down. See you next Monday for another dose of momentum. Peace.